What's happening YouTube? It's Simon 466 Cards. Today we're going to talk about COMC and some of the issues they've been having with shipping. If you're unfamiliar with COMC, they are a warehouse and marketplace that houses millions of cards, and I've used them. I think they're actually quite good at what they do, and they provide a very unique service because of the millions of cards that they have within their inventory and warehouse. But they have been experiencing some issues, and I'm going to talk about why I think that might be happening. So let's just dive right into it. So what is happening? Well, they've been experiencing delays at the economy level. You can see here on the right, it takes 57 business days, so that's roughly 3 months of real time. And all orders are currently experiencing delays, and 3 months to ship something is quite a long time. But nobody's really talking about why this might be happening. So that's what I want to do something a little bit different. And so what's causing these shipping delays? Well, this is very simply a logistics problem, right? And the very simple and almost obvious answer to this is, well, they don't have enough people doing the work at the economy level. That's just basic logic, right? And so let's walk this logic back one step further, which is, why aren't there enough employees to do this work, to ship out the cards at the economy level? And I have three potential theories. I have no insider knowledge. I have no knowledge of how things work there. But when I walk you through these three theories, based on the premise that they just don't have enough people doing the work at the economy level, these three theories I think are plausible. Which one of these theories or combination of these three theories are true? I don't know, but I think it's at least one of these three. So let's jump into the theories. Theory number one, they have employees, but they're working on higher priority tasks than the economy level. And what does that mean exactly? Well, I'm gonna walk you through this. This is the COMC blog, and you can get to it from their main page. So they've been running special after special after special. And so you can see here, there's a 2024 NHL Frozen Hockey event, which has an auction event in April. Now, if you're unfamiliar with COMC, their auction events are actually run through eBay, through their COMC user account. And so all their auctions are run through eBay. So that means they have to follow eBay's rules for auctions, which is they have to ship cards out within, I believe it's, what is it now, 3 business days, 4 business days, whatever it is. So they can't wait. They have to prioritize shipping out cards that have been won through the eBay auctions, because that's the eBay rules. So as a result of that, that's much higher priority than the economy shipping levels. And the issue isn't that they're running these events. The issue is that they're running these events over and over and over again, right? So you can see here, this is for a hockey event running in April. You scroll down here to recent posts, you can see that here is the baseball event, and then they had a baseball event where they had an auction, again, being run through eBay for March. And if you go to this page, there was a no minimum auction fee event, again, running through eBay, from November 21st to December 31st. And this actually got extended all the way to January. So it was a full 2 months or more than 2 months actually, right? November 21st to January 31st. So it's like 2 months plus 2 weeks-ish, where they just had a non-stop special, which means they had way more cards to ship out than normal. And so if you're doing that and you have this setup, where you have an economy shipping service that you can just kind of wait on, but you have other cards you need to ship out within 3 to 5 business days to meet the eBay requirements, well, you're just going to shift people from the economy level of shipping to the eBay shipping winners, right? To the eBay auction winners, right? And so that's what I mean by employees are working on higher priority tasks, because they're running so many specials every month that there's no time to get caught up on shipping economy cards. They're focused on shipping their eBay auction winners their cards, and because there's more of them, because more cards are being sent to auction via these specials, that is disrupting the balance between eBay winners and economy service levels, right? So that's the first theory. The second theory is employees are working on higher value tasks. What does that mean? Well, when you order through the economy level, it's cheaper than the rushed. And so if you wanted to make more money, what you would do is give more an incentive to upcharge to the rush service by creating more disparity between the economy level and the rush level. Because if the difference is 3 weeks, is there really that much of a difference? Like a little bit, but the difference between 3 or 4 weeks and 1 week here for rush, it's not a lot. If it's 3 months I'm waiting for versus 1 week, that's a lot different. And so that would encourage more people to go up a level and pay a little bit more for the rush service. And so is this a strategic decision, a decision by design to create more disparity between economy and rush so that more people will pay the higher level fee to make COMC more money? Or maybe they just have more rushed orders and they have to make that decision to prioritize rushed over economy because rushed has a much more defined service level and has to be prioritized because, again, people are paying more money for this, so they have to prioritize that. The third theory is, why are there not enough employees? Maybe they have fewer employees working there. And what I mean by that is this. So in late November, eBay basically bought a piece of COMC. You could say here it says announces agreement and investment in COMC. What that agreement is, we don't know, and the details are TBD. But we do know that they invested in COMC, and so if you're COMC, if you're Tim, the founder, and you want to obviously get as much money as possible for whatever share of the company you're selling, whether it's 5%, 10%, 50%, 80%, who knows what it is, right? But you want to get as much money as possible. And to do that, you want to increase the value of your company by making your company look as profitable as possible. And how you do that is you reduce your operating expenses so that in the short term, when eBay is going through your financials, you instead of having, let's say they have 500 employees and 500 employees and they're working on shipping, right? And these are day-to-day business as usual operating costs. Well, if you reduce that 500 to 400, let's say, you could still in the short term do the stuff you need to do, and you're still going to start falling behind. But in the short term, in that quarter or that half year or that year, that does make you look more profitable in the short term because now your costs have gone from 500 to 400 employees. That's a 20% reduction. That makes you much more profitable on your income statement and also in your operating expenses, right? And which is a key factor in determining a company's profitability. And so did they make some cuts? Did they reduce the hours of employees to make themselves appear more profitable in the short term as part of this this agreement with eBay as they were negotiating? It's like, oh, here are my financials. In Q3 and Q4, I made this amount of money in 2023, and that is higher because my costs were lower in those quarters because we let go of some people. We didn't give part-time employees enough hours as they would have normally gotten to make ourselves look more profitable. So that is the other theory. And as an addendum to that, now that eBay owns them, maybe as part of their agreement, they said, hey, you have to keep operating costs below this certain level as part of this agreement. And maybe this is eBay throwing their weight around. It's like, now that we're an investor, we have a say of how you run the company. And so perhaps that's what's causing the delay in shipping from COMC. Those are the theories that I have. Those three, I think they're all valid. Whether or not they're true, don't know. but from a pure business sense, these do make sense to me. Would love to hear thoughts as to whether or not you think these theories from a business perspective make sense, and which one of these three, or if you have a fourth one that you believe are the source of what's driving the shipping delays at COMC. As we sometimes do on the channel, we preview the next one. The next video, I'm just going to explain to you why I chose the name Simon 466 Cards, the origin story behind the name of the channel, and why I use it. Thank you as always for listening and watching. I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.